Authors and Dragons! Time of magic, age of might. A band of heroes step up to the fight. Playing with powers they don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers don't need no cause. Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Maybe deal with your own problems, buddy.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassi. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novels Skyfarer and Dragon Road can be found from Angry Robot Books and anywhere books are sold. And I am the author of such non-existent titles as I Don't Know What to Say, Help Me, There's a Frog in My Throat and I'm Dying.
Hi, you sexy bastards. My name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, who's here to stick you with his holy arrows. And yeah, okay, I can only do that shtick for so long. Anyway, in real life, I write all sorts of things, but if you're looking for my most recent, you should check out Kindle Vela and Boar War from the world of the Crypto Hunter.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. And I'm getting over a cold. That's why I sound like this.
Hi there, I'm Steve Wetherill and I play Brandon Firemaster. You've definitely seen his final form from day one. In real life, I write such books as The Doomsayer Journeys and The Totally Legend of Brandon Firemaster, the hilarious origin story of the character you're about to enjoy. Go get it on the internet.
Hey everybody, I am Drew Hayes, the steward of this shit ship, the dungeon master of this campaign, and author of books such as Superpowers, Villain's Code, and Fred the Vampire Accountant, the latest of which, Posthumous Education, is available in ebook, print, and audiobook by the time you're listening to this. That's right, right now you live in a world with a Fred number 8 audiobook available for purchase, so feel free to mosey on over and check that out. Now then, when last we left our intrepid heroes, they had headed off back to visit Landport in an attempt to gather allies, resources, really any help they can manage to scrounge together before tackling the aboleth lair that Prometheus has informed them of as he rides his captured aboleth. So that was a quick recap since it's been like a month or so since we played. Just in case anybody or players might have forgotten. But one other thing to recap is that this is the beginning of Chronicles of Calamity, the final chapters. That is right. We are beginning our new format by closing out our old game. So this is the first season of 2023. We expect it to go roughly 8 games or 16 weeks since we play and post every other week. When it comes to an end, we will trade off to a new game. There won't be any break for you. Content will keep a-coming. It'll just be changing up. We're going to shake up the cast. We're going to have some new DMs. We might even try new game systems here and there. So we're going to all be here. We're going to all be playing. We're going to be having fun. But we're going to mix things up a little more. It's been a great time, but it's also, we have fun. We have friends in the other game, and it'll be fun to get to try out new interactions and maybe bring back old characters with new mix-ups. So a lot of versatility, a lot of variety, a lot of fun coming in 2023. But before all that, we have the final chapters of Chronicles of Calamity because, by God, we've been doing this for 7+ years. We're going to close things down right. Now then, we're going to say it takes overnight for you all to be sailing back to Landport, meaning everyone gets a long rest.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Great. Huzzah!
Feel free to utilize the Pokemon sound effect in your heart, because we don't own the rights. And then start adjusting your hit point values, and let me know if there's anything you would like to do during this time.
Yes, I would like to speak with Prometheus.
You can shout at the aboleth, So since you have brought up Prometheus, the giant aboleth is swimming sort of just around the boat, mostly in front, occasionally swinging wide. That's the reason you aren't having to roll any sort of random encounter table, because pretty much everything in the ocean is either steering clear of or getting eaten by the aboleth that's hanging out by you guys. However, that does mean he's hard to reach, so you can shout over the bow, but with the churning waves, there is no guarantee he will hear you.
Talk softly and carry a massive aboleth.
All right. Well, I will shout at him, and if that doesn't work, I will throw things at him to get his attention. And by throw things at him, probably arrows.
Be careful! Don't ruin his disguise.
This is important. I need to get his attention.
Shout!
Prometheus, get over here. I have a question for you. It is of vital importance to our survival.
Is it, do you believe in Torah?
No. Shut up, non-believer.
All right.
It's really less non-believing. The gods absolutely exist. It's really not non-believer. It's more like your god is of no interest to me.
Yeah, it's just like a cosmic indifference.
Silas, do you have any sort of immunity or resistance to psychic damage?
No, not really.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution save.
All right. Constitution saves.
You think he would by now, being Silas.
I think you all should get a resistance to psychic damage from being around Silas for this long.
Silas rolls a 7.
All right. You are... oh boy, 7's not great. So, to tell you what happens, you hear a thunderous voice ripping through your head.
Excellent.
As Prometheus attempts to use the aboleth's telepathy ability, but he is still learning how to manipulate this thing. And you basically just hear a voice that rips through your mind and says, "Yeah, what do you need?" And then you roll me a d10.
Sure. Silas is quite fine with, an aneurysm or two.
Head just
1.
fucking explodes.
Your blood spurts from your nose and you fall over. You are unconscious for at least roll a d4.
2.
2 hours. You are unconscious for 2 hours.
So let me get this straight. He attempted to... What check was he making again?
So he was making a Constitution save.
Okay.
Because of the amount of... He wasn't trying to hurt him, so I didn't do actual, damage, but he basically had the psychic equivalent of a megaphone put to his brain ear.
Cool. So tried to talk to Prometheus and fell over.
Yes.
That's not good.
You see... I guess if the rest of you are on deck watching this, you see the aboleth swim closer, and you see Prometheus poke out of the top hat. Sorry, I'm still learning how to manipulate this thing.
I think you did excellently. Well done.
Yes, it is a good deal quieter.
No argument here.
All right.
We're just united in hating Silas.
Prometheus is the only one who would feel bad for accidentally knocking him out. All right. Does anyone have anything they want to do during the Silas quiet?
Accidents happen. Sometimes if you want them to happen a little more frequently, that's fine.
Imagine if y'all just threw him overboard right now.
Stop bleeding the witness.
No, Bjorg's a moral center. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Ah.
Be glad it's not Bjorg with the bucket, though. Speaking of, as y'all are sailing, but after you have long rested, you wake up to notice that the bucket is once again lodged on Fandango. Gordon leans over. Y'all get the feeling that thing might be following us?
I think it has a crush on Fandango.
Just let me know when I wake up, because I'm trying again.
Okay, sure. After 2 hours, if no one does anything during your unconscious time, then you are once more awoke. You wake up. You have a god-awful headache.
What an invigorating nap! Where was I?
I grabbed some snacks and watched Silas.
Prometheus! It's life or death!
Okay. You hear the voice again. This time, while you were passed out, Prometheus has clearly been practicing. and it's still loud, but it's not rips your brain open and knocks you unconscious for multiple hours loud. Hey, sure, what do you need? You notice without the tentacles in his mouth, he speaks a lot clearer.
I can't feel any blood vessels bursting in my brain. Well, regardless, so you're obviously controlling that aboleth's brain, right?
Oh, yeah, I got my tentacles all deep in here.
So let me ask a question. If you can control that creature's brain, could you go in there and do something to my brain?
I could try. I'm again really built for aboleth killing.
That's okay. I'm willing to take the risk. You see, because I've been cursed by my god to not be able to say his name, and I've decided I kind of want to quit that. So if you could go in there and kind of just destroy the part of my brain that's underneath that order, so I can freely speak him again, that would be really great. And if I lose a few motor functions along the way, well, that's okay. It is obviously the will of Tor. Well, you know who I'm talking about.
The theological implications of this are massive. I'm curious.
I love the idea that he's basically taking the gamble of assisted suicide at the end game.
Silas is going to end up only able to say Torag's name like a Pokemon. That'll be
oddly enough, I would be okay with that.
Torag's sweating right now because he's either going to work and Silas will talk to him, or Silas will die, and then there's really nothing he can do about it.
So come on and shove one of those tentacles in my ear, because I guarantee, as we move into this into this battle against these aboli, you'll want me screaming his name.
I don't think we will.
Yes, you will.
I do.
No, we won't.
I'm a bit attached to the aboleth currently, and I really don't think you want me letting it go.
You have a lot of tentacles. Just come closer.
Not how this works. It's a one at a time situation.
I have thieves' tools.
That's basically neurosurgery, right?
You can't control your own mind. I don't trust you to control mine.
I'm just gonna poke and we'll do some experimenting.
Just unlock the secrets of your mind.
It's around this point the aboleth sinks below the waves.
Well, if you decide to give him a nap, let me know. I think that went well.
All right. So Silas has attempted to convince Prometheus to fiddle around in his brain, and Prometheus has continued his aboleth scouting duties. Anyone have anything else they wanted to do during this long rest/travel period?
I'm liking this whole politely ignore Silas vibe. Maybe we should keep that up for the rest of the trip.
I have a very high dexterity as well.
We just talking about doing brain surgery on Silas. Is that what we're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Brain's a strong word.
Surgery's a strong word, yeah.
Because if we're going to go to our deaths, I want to go to my death screaming my god's name for all to hear, especially all of you.
I'm sure I can make that happen.
All right. If no one has anything else, then we will go ahead and progress the clock. A new day has dawned. You are a little bit closer to having to get off the pot regarding that aboleth layer, but as you crest the horizon, you see the familiar piers of Landport, a island where you encountered a wizard and his two sons, where Klaus had a magic axe that bonded to him after Bjork failed to lift it.
Ever gonna live that down?
Where the arrows of Silas finally came in handy.
Hence
Where the arrows of Torag finally came in handy.
The one island where we had noble plot.
Hence why we need him for the final battle. Oh well, let me go talk to the wizard. Maybe he can mess up my brain.
Y'all have circled back here after many other adventures, returning to find it.
Uh-oh.
Perception checks.
Silas rolls a 17.
Brandon Firemaster rolls a natural 1. I don't give a shit.
Klaus rolls a 14.
Bjorg rolls a 20.
Okay, so everybody, with the exception of Brandon and of course Fandango, who has the bucket going on, They can see smoke rising from Landport. Bjorg and Gordon can see not only fires but hunks of debris floating in the water. And as y'all approach, it quickly becomes clear that you cannot take the Shitberg fully in. It's too big and the water gets too shallow. For the same reason, the Aboleth is going to have to hang out with Prometheus by the boat. So if you want to continue forward, it will have to be either via swimming, other travel, or rowboat.
Let's take the rowboat.
Yeah, you are hundreds of feet away. It's a good bit.
I need to save my swimming for when it counts.
Yeah, for when we inevitably sink this island. Let's
Get on the rowboat.
Yeah.
Gunther probably just fell asleep with a doob in his bed, you know.
All I saw was smoke. I think he's just lighting it up over there.
That's credible.
You will all travel to the island. As you get closer, you can see the fires and...
So, wow, what happened to this place?
Man, we go away for 5 minutes.
What happened to this place indeed? You know what I think would be a great way to find out? Initiative.
Damn, jumping right in.
Bjorg rolled an 8.
Silas rolls a 19.
Brandon Firemaster clicked his token and rolled a 21.
Brandon Thighmaster, you have pulled up to the edge of the pier. Go ahead and give me a fresh perception. We're definitely a lot closer now. This is a different moment than what we had earlier. In fact, everybody can roll me fresh perceptions. This is...
Man, this really plays into the theory that a world stops existing when I stop looking at it.
Bjorg rolled a 22.
Silas gets a 7.
Brandon rolls a 10.
Shit. Klaus rolls a 22.
And Gordon rolled a 15. It just rolled weird because I was trying to get it to stop double rolling, but it does not like that idea. All right. So, with the... I mean, everybody can see fire, even Silas with that 7. You can notice that there is damage, starting at Brandon, to the piers and to the buildings themselves. There is hunks of stone and metal floating in the water. There are...
How does stone and metal float?
Dude, you're in a town run by a wizard. How do you think it floats? It's fucking magic.
Magic. Moving on.
They're hunks.
Yeah. Also, remember, not super deep here.
That's right. You should know about that.
So, sunks of shit in the water. And then... Brandon, you notice the glow coming from the edge. You don't quite pay enough attention, but Klaus and Gordon both notice there is a giant magical barrier enshrouding the wizard tower.
Whoa.
Oh, the wizard's taking care of himself.
Which is not damaged at one bit.
Oh, that's so like that guy.
To fortify his laboratory?
Yeah, and not his son's business, which appears to have been exploded. That's literally like 20 meters away. He's not exactly Father of the Year, is what I'm getting at.
No, he is not. Hey, this character has always been kind of an asshole, and by God, we stayed true to it.
Well, that dude seems fine. Do we go look for survivors?
Well, let's we could search the tavern.
So quick reminder of the geography of this place since it's been a while. The shop immediately to your northwest, right above you where I'm clicking currently, is Gunther's magic shop. To your northeast, the larger one that I'm clicking currently is Gunther's weapons shop. The one directly in front of you is the general goods / supply store. And then the one further to your northwest, kind of catty corner on the edge, that is the tavern / inn. So you will either need to navigate the planks, or you'll have to swim or take the rowboat around to get to that.
Fuck the tavern. Anybody in there needs to burn to death anyway. Because I tried giving them a little bit of enlightenment last time I was here, and they threw me in the water.
That was a baptism.
Yeah, maybe we should drop in on Gunther and Bunfer. Bunfer might have Klaus's crossbow ready, and Gunther, I don't know if it's a great idea that his little shack is on fire. Seems like he might have a lot of reactive things.
I'm not terribly happy about the fact that the place we've come to for help is on fire.
Alright, Brandon, are you going to use movement?
Yeah, Gunther seems to be the more immediate threat. I'm going to check his shack, see if anyone is in there.
Alright, with all the dithering about on this one, you've got monk speed, so you can hop up and get 2 Gunthers and try the door. However, I will tell you, it is locked.
Man, if only if we had some kind of rogue with thieves' tools.
That's a fire hazard.
I mean, as if on cue, Klaus, it is your turn.
Oh, fine. I shall join Brandon at the door and apply my trade.
I will bang on the door as well and shout and say, Gunther, are you on fire?
Excuse me, sir. I'm attempting a delicate maneuver here.
I don't know. I've never seen you do
That's
this.
being very distracting. I don't remember how to do it. Was that a sleight of hand? Or?
Okay. So, looks like for this one, it is just dexterity.
Dexterity. 9. No, wait. No, yes, 9.
You are unable to successfully pick the lock. And
What
roll
a
me a
surprise.
perception check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Ooh, that was a good one. Roll a dexterity save with advantage.
Oh, okay. Dexterity save. 27.
Excellent. Okay, and you have evasion and shit by this point of your roguery. So, you go and attempt to pick the lock, and with that natural 20, you're midway through fucking up when you suddenly realize you're trying to pick a lock to a wizard's magic shop. And literally right as you go, oh shit, and lean back, a bout of blue flame comes firing out of the lock hole, searing basically right through where your eyeball would have been seconds prior. It lances the air for several seconds and then goes out.
Well done.
Well, I guess somebody doesn't want to be saved.
That's probably not supposed to happen. That's true.
All right. So, Klaus, you probably have a little movement left, but the lockpicking was your action. So.
Okay, I'll start moving toward that building ahead of us.
Okay. Silas.
I'm going to start rowing the boat past Gunther's towards the wizard tower.
Okay. I guess just an athletics check is fine for that.
All right. 14.
Oh yeah, you're doing fine. But you are in a fairly hefty boat full of people, so we'll say you get maybe 15 feet.
All right.
All right, Bjorg.
So Brandon's going to Gunther's shack, like you said?
I'm currently banging on the shack door, but to no avail.
Okay, the boat is moving, so can I still get over to the door? I was going to just knock the door down.
Yeah, it's moving. One person is rowing a boat full of 4 heavily armored guys. It's not going fast. You're fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go.
It's an easy step.
Strength check to
Pick the lock, Bjork.
strength check to kick the door open?
Sure. Yeah, you can.
Or would it be athletics?
We're gonna go raw strength for this one.
Raw strength.
Because this is an attack. Actually, so strength is strength plus proficiency, because it is basically an attack, yeah.
It's just an attack, so I don't have... I'll just do a straight. That's a 23.
Oh, man. You slam it really hard, and you definitely see the wood dent. Roll me a perception check.
That's a 20. Rolling very well tonight.
That is good. Okay, we're going to say you also will get advantage on the dexterity save I need from you.
Okay. That's a 10.
All right, so that is not enough.
No.
So, Bjorg, you are going to take 3d6 of force damage. So 13 force damage as you kick the door, a series of just runes flare into existence around the door and the wall, almost as if you've activated some sort of protective enchantment. And a beam of force fires out of the magical ruins, striking you directly in the chest, and sending you flying all the way back just into the door. You don't have enough force that you hit to do damage to yourself. You just kind of get flung back and get stopped by the door.
Ow.
I'm starting to think the Gunfer wants to burn to death.
All right, and Gordon Skinflint is up, so he will take this opportunity to transform into a giant constrictor snake and slither into the water. And he's keeping pace with y'all. He's just under the pier as opposed to above it.
Nice. You check out under the pier, I guess. And good idea, Bjorg. Yeah, you should check on Bumfer's place.
Ow.
Brandon Thighmaster, it is your turn.
Okay, since Bjork has enthusiastically gone to check Bunfer's door, I'll use my monk speed to go and check the building to our north. Say, hey, is anyone in there who's more grateful to be rescued? Try the door.
All right, so as you reach the overhang, give me just one moment. You hear a distinct plop
Ugh.
as a malformed it's made of clay but not well and not stable, but it is definitely a poorly shaped clay golem kind of formed in the shape of a human, and it ambush attacks you with 2 slam attacks.
Oh.
All right, well that worked out well. So a 16 and a 27.
27 hits.
All right. That is it's a nat 20. So that's 25 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Okay, well, this is no longer a rescue mission.
Not for this guy, anyway.
No, he's not getting rescued.
Yeah.
He's getting the opposite of that.
Yeah. Ignore what the little description says. It's not a flesh golem. It's just a shitty clay golem.
I'm a flesh golem.
You are the flesh golem.
God.
But you've only used movement so far, so you believe you still have an action.
Okay, well, it seems pretty obvious state of action, really, isn't it? I don't think golems get traumatized, so I feel no regret at all in punching this thing in its chest. And with that, I will roll 2 attacks. Blip, blop. 16 and a natural 1. This isn't looking good.
We'll roll again for the natural 1.
Come on, shitty dice. 25.
All right, you're fine. And of course the 16 hits.
Oh, then the 16 hits for 11 damage. I'm going to burn a key point as well for Flurry of Blows. Why not?
All right. And you are at a point where your attacks are magical, correct?
That's correct.
All right.
17 and a 12.
Both hit.
Oh, this thing's easy to hit, I guess. That's for a further 24 damage.
You lay into it. It attacked you, but you punched the hell out of it. Plops go flying off, and it is even more shitty looking than it was when you first encountered it.
Oh, why do I feel bad? This thing attacks me.
All right, Klaus, you're up.
Well, I don't feel bad. I'm sharpshootering it. And here I go. Subtracting 5 from this, which gives me a 25.
Damn!
God damn!
Jesus!
Sharpshooter finally coming through.
No, if I rolled normally on all my rolls, this is what it would look like.
Then why didn't you?
Yeah, 25 will hit. I'm happy to confirm
All right,
that
that's
one.
for 21 damage.
21 damage. Bump. You have a magical crossbow, right?
Short bow,
Yeah,
yes.
sure. But magical bow.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I can't imagine any of you wouldn't have magical weaponry at this point, but rules is rules. I gotta check. Yeah, you shoot it. It does exactly as much damage as you would expect. Blasts the hell out of it. It's still standing, but it looks, again, very shitty. Speaking of shitty, Silas Kane.
So to move the boat is a
Segue.
movement, right? Or is it an action?
It's an action. Because you're doing like a full-on row. That's occupying your time and energy.
Brandon's got this. He's badass. Silas chuckles as he keeps rowing away.
Truly the worst paladin. All right, roll me another athletics. Yeah, athletics for that one.
22.
Okay. You know what? It's lighter since 2 people have gotten off, so we'll say this time you get 20 feet.
All right, that's pretty much, that should be enough to get past the burning building.
Give me 1 sec, and I'll move you.
So if that was an action, then I'll take my movement and get off the boat.
Okie dokie. Go for it.
And, however close I can get to the wizard tower.
You're gonna have to roll me in athletics to jump that hole. Oh, no, wait, no, you don't. Jumping doesn't work like that. Never mind, you're good. You can get to here.
Okay. All right.
Bjornsson.
All right, so Brandon and Klaus are fighting a weird thing. Silas is rowing away, and I'm gonna go back. Is Gordon blocking the path? Like I can't tell from.
No, Gordon is under the pier.
Under
He's
the
swimming.
pier. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go back to the door. Stop in front of it. Is there any kind of eye hole or way to look in?
No, none that you can see. There might be magical means, but nothing that you're aware of. It looks just like a door with some magical warding in front of it now.
All right.
Try to pick the lock. You'll get an eye hole.
Fuck it. Bjorg's not terribly invested in this place. Gonna make my way over to Brandon, though I think Brandon is blocking the path between himself and the. Oh wait, no. Two friendly creatures can occupy the same space, right?
No, you can pass through the same space. You can't occupy the same space unless
well,
there's
it
a
looks
size
like I can.
differential.
Time cup rules.
Bjorg is going to stand behind Brandon and just hold his sword like, what are we doing?
You can do it. You can do it. We believe in
Yep.
you.
Yeah. I believe in you.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this golem... Is this one of those training golems?
Well, I just remembered who else has some monk speed. He's under... Yeah, I'm going to put him here, but... There we go. He's under the pier, but this represents basically the space he's occupying as Gordon swims forward, rears up, and tries to take a big old bite out of the... and a 22 will indeed hit. For 14 damage. Alright. And now it is the golem's turn, and it will once more dumbly just attack at you. So 23 and a 14.
23 will hit.
10 damage.
Bloody hell. I don't think we're going to get anywhere interrogating this thing. Does anybody speak whatever that is? No? Language of violence it is.
The universal language.
Alright, Brandon, you're up.
Okay, if I can just kick this thing into the dock. I don't really feel terribly invested in destroying it. I just want it to go away. So, unarmed strike. 23 and a 14.
Both will hit.
Okay, that's 25 damage.
You do some serious damage, but it is still standing.
Burning a key point then. Smack, smack. 11 and 18.
Both hit.
That is for 25 damage.
Hang on a sec. How much did you do the first time? 10? No, 25. I accidentally reduced Gordon's HP instead of the monsters. Okay. Still standing, so that was correct.
Sorry, Gordon.
But we're okay.
Oh, man. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Okay, so you hit him 2 more times for 25 more damage. It's dead.
Oh, great.
You pop it a few more times, and you just break it apart to where it dissolves into goo.
Well,
That thing took a beating.
yeah. I guess that's resolved. Doesn't really answer any questions.
When it ambushed him, was the door already open, or did it open the door and, like, say, surprise and start pounding on him?
You didn't see what happened. If Brandon would like to recount it, that is on him.
I will recount it. Assuming I remember what happened. It didn't say surprise, it said...
It also didn't come from the door.
No. Yeah, okay, if I have anything left to do, I will shout into the building and say, is anyone alive in there who isn't a golem?
Well, if it didn't come from the door, did it leap down from the roof, or what? Brandon?
It was a blur. I thought it was trash. It turned out to be a thing.
All right. Everyone can give me perception checks.
Another 7.
9.
19.
Another perception check, you said?
Yep.
Natural 20.
Okay. Brandon and Bjorg, you do both hear muffled voices come from within, and one call out, "Who's asking? Are you one of them? Are they mimicking voices now?"
No.
If they were mimicking voices, they were doing it terribly.
"Who are you?"
Oh, heroes of the axe, saviors of your community, generally cool guys. You remember us.
Oh, God, it's the axe dipshits.
We go by many names.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping it was someone else too. Yeah, that would have been great.
One of us is cowering in a building. It's not us.
I know. Listen, but they're not golems, okay? That is the thing we know about them. They're not golems, and right now, that's enough.
Yeah, well, they're not penguins either, mate. It doesn't really help anything, does it?
Yeah, I'm not sure that's enough.
He's not talking to you guys. He's assuaging the people inside.
Oh, we're not golems.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, that's important.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the door will slowly, tentatively open to reveal some of the villagers, kind of sooty and dirty, and like clearly hiding. And you see people like gathering up whatever liquids they can find to throw at the fire on the roof via the part where it's burning inside.
Surprise, we were golems all along.
Relax, everybody. It's hero time.
Yes. I would like to take this opportunity to inform you that there's water surrounding us everywhere.
Our work here is done. Goodbye.
I know you're on fire, but you're in the middle of the ocean. You're okay.
Bjorg,
Yes.
with your natural 20, you notice some of the debris seems to be drifting weirdly. It's not something you would ever normally put your finger on, but something about the way a hunk of metal is floating toward Gordon just catches your eye.
It's moving. The debris. It's moving. And not like debris does.
You immediately see the dude at the door go, "Fuck!" and slam it shut, and you hear something bolt.
Well, shit.
Oh, now,
Bjorg,
Yeah.
can you toss me up onto the roof? I would like to help these people.
I will say, Bjorg, excellent work. Because of you, this is not a surprise attack.
Oh, good.
As the metal flashes into action, and you realize that it is also a golem, and it is striking at Gordon's side.
Balls.
We'll do his double slam. 16 and 15. You figure out your damn snake bonus. Actually, one will miss. So he takes 16 bludgeoning damage. But he's not caught unaware. He is very unhappy. And we finished on Brandon, so Klaus, we will open with you falling back into initiative.
All right. How likely does it look like if I can reach the roof and climb up there? Is it how low is that?
you could weasel your way to the roof.
Yeah, if you use something with a climbing speed or the like, you could get up there, but No, it's big enough for people to walk in and hang around and do
Yeah.
shit. So we're gonna say it's probably at least 15 feet.
All right, and I'm gonna guess that Bjorg is gonna fight this thing instead of throw me onto the roof.
Well,
So
Bjorg is also doesn't have his turn yet.
well, I know. I was gonna wait for your. Actually, well, no, because yeah, but I'm talking about on your turn. That's what you would probably do. Yeah, I'd like to get on the roof. I can weasel morph.
Yeah, weaseling takes an action.
All right, I'll do that.
All right.
And can my movement can be getting on the roof? Or?
Yes, you can use your action to transform. I'm just going to give you a token rather than dig out the weasel for movement. So you have 5 rounds of weaseldom, and you can use your movement how you please.
All right, I'm gonna go on the roof.
Silas Kane.
All right. Well, they look like they have it under control. I will turn to the wizard tower and be like, "Open up, filthy heretic! Your people need you! Stop cowering like a dog!"
Diplomacy.
And
You get nothing.
I will try to touch the barrier, see if anything happens.
You press your hand against it, and your hand phases through. You become insubstantial.
Then fuck it, I'll step through.
All right. You step through into an empty void of nothingness.
Ah, finally, the peace I deserve.
Oh no.
He's not going to come back out now.
Oh no! What will the world do?
Oh no! Don't stay in there.
Next week's episode is just an hour of Silas alone with his thoughts.
Oh God.
I'll wander around for a bit. Get back to me.
All right. The lesser clay golem is dead. Bjorg Bjornsson.
All right. Let's see here. Has the thing reached range? Like, is it at us now?
It's where it is on the map.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if I could reach it with an attack.
What's your range on the attack?
Just 1 square. I don't have reach.
Then yeah, no.
Yeah,
Especially
okay.
because you're standing above it on a pier.
Okay. Bjorg is going to ready in action is the thing, right? I can do that.
Yes. What action would you like to ready?
I would like to ready an attack as soon as it comes within range, and I would like to rage.
Okay.
All right.
It already had its ambush round, so we won't let it go again this turn. And now Gordon gets to try some payback. Gordon bite for... Well, he only gets the 11, but the AC on these things is... Holy shit, nope, this one's stronger than that. Alright, that does not hit. Brandon Thighmaster.
Looking at the map, I know that all this debris is representative, but is there some debris I can sort of perch on while I try and punch this golem?
You can attempt to stand on any of the debris. Whether or not it will bear your weight is something you'll kind of have to experience.
I'm not here to think things through. Yeah, I'm going to jump on the nearest piece of the most stable-looking debris that may or may not be a golem, I guess.
All right. Go ahead and move your character token to the piece of debris you would like.
Is my battle cry, I guess.
Roll me an acrobatics. Let's see how well you balance on this.
Okay, acrobatics. There's no reason for me not to roll well on this, but... Oh, 22.
22. You can feel it. You kind of stay balancing on it. I feel like I should probably remind you of the way that movement functions in 5e, is that you have all of your movement to use in whatever way you see fit. So, for example, if you wanted to run across the water, punch this thing a bunch, and then run back, you would be able to stay on the water standing the whole time. You would take an attack of opportunity, but, just something to consider.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could sort of be more strategic than I have been for the past 7 years.
Oh, I'm just letting you know because your rock is sinking. You will be able to get off 1 attack, but you won't splash down. You can leave off.
Okay, hit and run it is then. Yeah, I will punch him in the face and then paddle my way back to the boardwalk.
All right.
And I hit for... Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20 will hit.
And that is for 17 total with the crit.
Very nice. You put a big dent in it, but it is still standing.
Okay, well, I hate to love you and leave you, but I'm sinking. Toodaloo.
All right, and we'll say you hop off. I guess technically you would still take an attack of opportunity for leaving that square, though.
Yeah, that's why I didn't use my... I tell you what, actually, let's just say I'm going to use my burn a key point to use my monk ability to get... Christ, what is it? Step of the Wind, which allows me to move away without an attack of opportunity.
Yep, there you go. All right.
Okay. There we go. Saved everyone some time there.
Klaus, you're a weasel on a roof.
Now I'm a Klaus on a roof.
All right, you use an action to turn back.
Yes. And I want to stay here, so...
Fiddler on the roof.
Not yet.
Well, I don't know how you're going to try and put this fire out yet. So.
Diddler on the roof. Ba-boom, boom. All right, Silas Kane, you're in the void.
All right. Is there anything here?
It's not an expanse of empty white nothingness if there is.
Fire a couple of arrows into the distance. See if they go anywhere.
The minute the arrows leave your bow, they vanish into nothingness.
Is there anybody here?
I see if I can say Toreg.
You cannot.
Well, there's no reasons to stay here. But there's no way out now, is there?
What should you roll to see if you can figure your way out? Roll me a insight if you have it. If not, we'll go just straight wisdom.
I think we'll do wisdom here.
Click your heels 3 times and say Torah. Oh, wait, you can't.
11.
The best idea you can come up with is to just pick a direction and keep walking.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, no, because I fired my arrows and they disappeared. So I tried punching the air, because maybe it doesn't like weapons in here.
Okay. You swing your fists around. Really earning that 11 wisdom. Lesser Clay is down. It is Bjorg's turn.
All right. Bjorg is going to remember that he has boots of water walking.
Ooh, handy.
And he's going to walk onto the water and attack.
Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 16 damage. And second attack is another 21 to hit and 15 damage.
All right, and it is dead. Bjorg steps out into the water, swings his mighty blade through it. The thing about a golem made of metal that's light enough to float, not quite as durable as some of its other kin. And that is proven as Bjorg the Barbarian just sunders this thing.
Looks like it couldn't hold together.
I guess unless every other piece of debris also turns out to be a monster, we're in the clear. I like my version of events.
All right. Well, after Gordon slays it, Bjorg slays it. Gordon's turn. He's not going to do anything but stay snaky. So Brandon, you are up, sir.
It's really boring to try and convince these people not to lock themselves in a burning building, but it is the correct thing to do. So I'll pound on the door and say, look, we took care of that golem like really easily. You don't have to burn to death.
We're not afraid of the ones in the water. We're afraid of the big ones.
What are the big ones?
Deadly.
That doesn't help.
You people are not helpful.
Where are they?
We don't know. They keep roaming around. They're hunting for the rebellion leader.
Who's the rebellion? What rebellion?
The ones who are trying to resist the golems.
When did the golems become established? What have you people been up to?
We don't know. They just showed up. They swept through here like a goddamn scythe.
What about the wizard?
He locked himself in his fucking tower like an asshole.
That does sound like him, yeah. Well, we saved your island once. I'm sure we could do it again.
That's
No
great.
issue.
Go to Bunther's shop. Talk to the rebel leader. We're gonna keep trying to put this fucking fire out.
Oh man, is Bumford a rebel leader?
Well, that's what I'm up here for.
Yeah, Klaus will put your fire out.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
no!
I have
Are
complete
you
and total
only
faith.
now realizing why I got up on the roof?
Honestly, a little bit. I was so distracted. I did not fully process it, and that's on me.
Okay, I'll shout one last thing. I'll say, look, we've got the fire under control. Just if you have any children in there, cover their eyes. And then I'll use my movement to walk towards Bumpers.
All right. Klaus, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to try with urine first, and then I'll have to do Hail Mary.
Oh God!
Hero time.
God.
Jesus.
Alright, I'm going to piss out the flames.
What to roll? Sleight of hand? Aim for the hottest parts, I guess?
I always do. Alright. 26.
Okay, there's just definitely too much fire to pee out, but through your expert analysis of the fire's strongest and weakest points, you are able to diminish the amount of flames a lot more substantially than you really should have been able to with a stream of piss. It's not gone, but it is. Here, I will shrink it down. I will shrink the fire to represent.
Just hear someone inside. Oh, thank God, it's raining. Oh no!
There you go. The fire is not dead,
All
but
right.
you have successfully diminished it. Congratulations.
Thank you. You guys can follow my lead.
All right, Silas. Last we left, you were doing some airboxing.
All right, I will try to disbelieve the nothingness.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. We could get an entire episode out of this.
Silas is crossing his eyes and clicking his heels, and he is still in the void. Bjorg Bjornsson.
Okay, listen, will you... I'm going to try a persuasion check to get these people to come out or whatever.
Oh, they shut that door as soon as Brandon walked away.
Okay.
You can go bang on it and talk to him and stuff. Just be aware they shut that
Well,
door.
Okay, you say the golem swept through, took over, and now there's a rebel leader. Who's the rebel leader?
Oh
it's
God,
Bunford.
it's piss! It's fucking piss! It seems like they might be distracted.
Hey, attention! Pay attention!
Oh,
Snaps
it's
his finger several
everywhere! The
times.
steam, the smell! Oh!
Who is the rebel leader?
Who did this? Who could do this? Jim, you sick fuck! I know it was you.
Bjork's gonna bang on the door in the hope of getting their attention.
All right, we will see if you succeed with that next round. Brandon Thighmaster.
Yeah, I'll just knock on the door. Hey, Bumper, how's the rebellion going?
You hear a thunk as the bolt pulls back, and the door opens. You hear a very familiar as it pulls open to reveal Gunther, who has camped out in his brother's shop with a water pipe full of smoke in one hand and a very bleary-eyed stare as he looks at you and says, "Honestly, man, not chill. Not chill." And that is where we're going to cut off the episode for this week. We'll be back in 2 with another episode in the final chapters of the Chronicles of Calamity. But we are not done quite yet. As you know, this is where we take your questions, we carefully cultivate them, we sort through them, we make them fight in a ring, and the survivors, well, they get asked. And so now, Rick's going to tell you from our Discord, patreon.com/Authors and Dragons Associated Discord, what questions we have first.
All right. Well, our friend TFMFT_3281, get a fucking real username,
Oh my God.
asks, since A&D 2.0 is on the horizon, Which of the notorious big bads from the OG A&D do you think should make an appearance?
I mean, if we don't deal with the demon horse in some capacity, it's got to show up somewhere.
I think the big bad has always been like our total incompetence.
In which case, that's
Imagine
never
that.
going away.
Yeah, that'll rear its ugly head, I imagine.
I mean, I don't know about big bads, but there should always be, like, minotaurs for us to abuse.
Minotorture.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I was going to say demon horse.
I'm not going to answer this one because my answers are the games that you're going to see over the next several weeks.
Yeah, I guess we can't really get into that too much.
I can't. You guys can speculate all you want.
Who did we leave alive or wish we didn't?
Or,
You know what? I think we've
death
been
isn't
alright.
always final. We could have a comeback of Cloak Boy.
Oh
Oh,
god.
God.
Y'all killed
Didn't we-
Cloak
didn't we all
Boy.
want-
Y'all definitely killed Cloak Boy.
I know. I said death isn't always final.
Didn't the demon horse eat his essence, too?
Yeah, he got killed pretty hard.
All right. Well,
I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind getting an actual, like, piece of Mr. Hister without him being behind, a force field.
Oh yeah, Mr. Hister.
All the evil
Steve-
things y'all have fought. You want to go after the most beloved host in all of Dungeons and Dragons.
He's the only thing that doesn't feel resolved.
I mean,
His death
these
would make
are
us all feel a
the
lot
the
better.
return cycle moments. Like, if you guys want to go back to the Isle of Warlock Monroe, that was an option.
Our returning to Island track record isn't going so well so far. We'll see.
All right, Rick, what's our next question?
Let's see here. Heinous Lizard asks, what's one of the weirdest things you've ever eaten?
I don't know that I would.
Heinous Lizard's mom.
Was waiting for that.
I don't know that I would really call it weird, but it was very distinct. I went to a restaurant once where we were served an entire goat, like skull, bones, everything, and it was outstandingly good. So fucking delicious. I still think
That's
about that
great.
meal. But I can definitely see how if you're not comfortable with wild game or that sort of thing, that would probably be a very different experience.
Well, my initial sort of thinking was they just sort of like took a goat out on a tether and went, "Here you go, guys, you sort it out." So the fact that it is all cooked, I guess, is a step up from that.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you call weird. In terms of like flavor and texture, the weirdest and probably the one I had the hardest time was with the duck tongue. Duck tongue was favorite. It's like
Were you just making out with a duck?
no, I went out for dim sum, and duck tongue is one of the things you can get at a dim sum place, and it was everything that I like. It was everything that I don't like. It was rubbery and had a bone in it.
Ooh. Bone in a tongue is weird.
Yeah, it was definitely
That's-
definitely up there.
That's peculiar.
Yeah, I had beef tongue not too long ago at a Mongolian hot pot, and it was I didn't have the bone in it, but it was like the equivalent of like meat chewing gum.
Yeah, I tried tongue once, and there was something on the texture of it that, not surprisingly, was like a tongue. And I thought, this is needlessly sexual. I don't like this at all.
I had live octopus legs where they're squirming around, severed from the body, but they're still squirming, and you pick them up and you dip them in a sauce and pop them in your mouth, but they're still like, I don't know, trying to escape and sucking against your mouth and your tongue and everything with their little suckers, and the only food I've ever eaten that's actively objected to it.
Okay, that definitely feels like a unique experience.
Oh, God. That feels awful. Why did you do that?
I didn't want to. My girlfriend's parents thought it'd be hilarious.
It does sound
This
hilarious.
is in Korea. And then, later on, my wife's parents also thought it was hilarious, so I did it again.
Well, as long as people are laughing.
I am glad you
Yeah.
specified it was in Korea. That's what I assumed, but man, how different would that story be if it was in Mississippi? It's like, where the fuck are they serving live octopus? All right, Rick, what's our next question?
All right, our friend Zach of all trades asks, have you ever had an experience with a player that was just so incredibly bad and or toxic that you either had to kick him out of the group or wished they got kicked out of the group?
Well, it's ironic you're asking this question, Rick.
So it was what has got
With
you
a
kicked out?
player, not a character.
It was an experience that has gotten you kicked out of a group?
No, if you've ever had a
No,
no, no.
player that's so
Okay.
bad or toxic
got
that
kicked
you
out
had
of
to
a
kick them
group.
out or wanted to kick them out.
Yeah, but it's not terribly funny. Just people being like incredibly rude and sexist and stuff.
Yeah, honestly, there's not. I've absolutely had to kick people out of games and shit, and but it's generally not a whimsical tale. Just people being shitty.
I had we didn't kick him out, but he kind of kicked himself out. This guy joined this campaign I was in, who was like, it was like for one game, showed up, played, and after the game, the DM was like, "Oh, so what'd you think of everybody?" And he was just like, "You just play with these guys who are just sewer scum. I'm not coming back."
Jeez.
Oh, you'll be missed.
So apparently we were not heroic enough. Yeah, I think almost like the entire like first half of my life, before I found like the groups I play with now, there was always at least one person in that group where it was like sitting there going, "Man, if this person just got hit by a bus, this game would be so much better."
I've probably been that guy.
Oh, I know I've been that guy. Another one from Zach of all trades. If you knew you were going to get isekai'd into a fantasy world with only the gear you could carry, but you had a year to prepare and pack, how would you prep and what would you bring?
Oh, I've got this one down. I would isekai to a different fantasy world, do the whole level up experience, get maxed out, get a legendary item, come back, then pop into the one in the year and speed run that motherfucker. The double down.
I don't know. I don't know if you're given like the opportunity here, to just jump into your own world.
Rick. If I
said he had a
know
year.
that isekaiing is possible, at that point it's just negotiating terms, baby.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there.
For the viewers at home, what does isekai mean?
It's basically critical failures. It's when you end up in the game.
Transported
Except
to
there's
another
normally not
world
so much
via
shitting yourself.
magic, death,
Yeah, I was
etc.
gonna say, you often you die in one world and wake up in another.
So I'll probably download a bunch of survival information onto my cell phone and bring that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like between like some weapons and stuff, definitely, armor. I would probably, what's like a universal no matter like where you go? Liquor, I would just bring the most potent shit I could get and just try to like get in good with somebody. And hopefully maybe bring a few science books with me so I could convince them that I was a wizard.
Oh God.
Bring a nuclear warhead and a hand detonation trigger and just walk around.
Oh, fuck that. You bring a flashlight, But most of you people, the great god of fire!
Oh man. Problem is, all of the fantasy worlds I like are ones that I would no way in hell want to live in.
That's the problem. I mean, like Rick says, convince him to be a wizard, but if it's like a magical thing, if it's not just a medieval thing, pretty much anything I bring is going to be redundant. I mean, they've got magic. They probably don't have cocaine. So maybe just like just a big sack of drugs.
But do you have this magic?
Oh my god, I definitely want to read an isekai where someone gets teleported and just starts a drug empire.
The funny thing is I actually had a D&D game where we got teleported to like the modern world, and it turned out that the herbs, like the magical herbs we needed to conduct the spell to get back home, were all illegal narcotics.
The man keeping you down.
So our friend Aaron Tiggy asks, would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur.
Fuck.
Fur.
I hate being too hot.
Yeah.
But I also can't imagine it'd be comfortable to be scaly.
I like being a mammal.
Are
Yeah, I
the
enjoy being a
scales
mammal.
functional? Am I getting a layer of armor with the scales?
I mean, I would say as much as any creature with scales gets armor.
I mean, scales
I mean,
are harder to cut through than flesh usually. I feel like I'd have to go fur just because I have a razor.
see, I don't even like growing a beard. You know, the concept of just being covered like a Rick-shaped Sasquatch, just doesn't appeal to me. I'd rather just be a reptilian or something.
You know what would really bother me? It's like I'm already mostly covered in fur. But if I was like fully covered in fur but still bald, that would be infuriating.
This is horseshit.
Baldo, the saddest Sasquatch.
Oh god, it's actually not a bad book one for.
Even Squatch me can't get a perm.
Unless I do it on my elbow.
Dude, a permed out Squatch with all of its body hair permed.
Oh my god. That'd be really uncomfortable to sit next to on the bus. None of this is practical.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine like the middle of summer. It's like 95 degrees out. You're covered in fur. Your entire body is essentially swamp ass. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh, there's no way I would keep the fur. At this point, I'm just asking myself what's easier to get rid of. And I feel like between Nair and laser treatment and good old-fashioned steel, fur can be taken care of a lot less painfully than scales.
Yeah, scales, you're just ripping off your skin.
Yeah, that one feels like it would be more arduous to get rid of.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna have to be fur. It's not ideal, but I guess I could just employ someone to groom me.
Somebody's
I don't know if
sitting
the
behind
circus
Steve,
is paying
just
that much.
picking mites out of his hair and eating them.
Yeah, well,
Just go sit with the chimps for a while.
I'm just picturing a Craigslist ad. Now hear me
You-
out.
Drew, you know that somebody would be queuing up to do that. So many fucking weirdos out there now.
Oh yeah, that would pay for it. Steve would be like, "Yeah, I quit my job. Why? Honestly, man, I get so much money just letting weirdos shave me."
Yeah, they pay to groom me now. This is my life.
There you go. First, the hands down winner. Income stream and everything.
You put that on YouTube, and you
There you go.
there you go.
24-hour live stream.
That's OnlyFans, baby. That's an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
Just Sasquatch management 24/7.
All right, Rick. Why don't we do one more?
All right. Oh, something. We'll do a nice generic one. Going back to Zach of all trades because he was busy this week. Do any of you have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh
So
no.
I don't tend to do resolutions anymore because I find that that's just like the second I make a resolution of something, it's become something that's like a slog that I don't want to do. But I do have things I want to attempt this year. And one of them is I want to keep up my workout schedule, and the other one is I have a goal of finishing at least one book.
Very nice. Similar to Joe, I don't make resolutions. I make New Year's goals, things that I'm setting out to achieve. And I have several of them, which include things I'm going to write and release. I'm going to aim to release Villains Vignettes Volume 1 and get 5-Minute Sherlock number 3 published. That one is a little out of my hands via Audible. If you want to read all of my goals and the books that I am working on through the year, you can on my site, drewhayesnovels.com. It's right there on the home page. It's on my series status page. It's everywhere, so please go look and see what I'm working on so that everybody knows. It saves me from answering so many questions.
Yeah, I guess it's a combination. It's like the last half of the year just kind of slammed into me. I kind of burned out the writing, just the like not even the last half, the last month of 2022 just slammed me. So when I back to the working out, I want to get caught up on the writing because I've lost so much time, and well, hopefully get some sales going because my dog was sick for a good chunk of December, and well, we know how much vet bills cost. So getting myself out from underneath a small mountain of dog-related debt right now. So just gonna be nose to the grindstone and trying to get some work done, and hopefully losing a little bit of weight.
Mine's very similar. I'm just gonna keep building up the website, keep building up the YouTube channel, and try and get my career back on track.
I'm considering joining a cult.
What kind of cult?
I don't know, man. Well, everyone will have me. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Happy New Year.
All right, everybody. That is Authors and Dragons for this week. We'll be back next week with a side quest, and then again with another episode in the final chapters of the Chronicles of Calamity. We hope you've enjoyed it, and until then, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, friends.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
You have a lot of tentacles. Just come closer.